Good morning or evening, friends. How you doing? Playing a little Bloodborne today. Okay, here's what happened. Don't judge me. I hear you. I feel you judging me. So I was watching Luke Cage while I was fighting this boss, and I did not realize I kept my microphone open to kind of catch some of the stuff that goes on. And the actual sound of this video is essentially Luke Cage in a fight scene with a bunch of music in the background. So I couldn't use that. Otherwise, you know, you wouldn't hear anything anyway. So I figured I'd put this music over the back and I just talk about the fight. Hopefully you guys are cool with that. Are you cool with that? Can you rock with me just for a second? So this is a boss that I was not expecting the first time I fought him. Or her. We're not gender specific here. And a little rough. I think the big deal is has movements a lot like a werewolf does. Very quick, long sweeping attacks, can close distance very well. So from way far back to jumping in real close. That particular attack, that long slash, it gets worse the more the fight goes on because he throws in more punches and they keep coming forward. As you see, I stocked up a lot. I honestly think he's pretty easy to parry, relatively for most bosses, or at least for the bosses I've fought so far. But he's like, it's also easy to miss the timing because some of his attacks are just straight up attacks. A lot of his attacks are these long, slow wind-ups into the punch. But as you see, I'm dancing around him. I've got a lot of healing items on deck. And that's the other thing. He moves so fast that sometimes when you have an opportunity to attack, he's moved into a disadvantageous position. Which is never good. Miss me! I guess if I had dodged more, I probably could have worked this a little bit better. Watching it in retrospect lets me figure out kind of what to do next time against other bosses. Keeping an eye on him. Not afraid to back it up. In this game, honestly, moving forward or side to moving forward or side to side is usually better than just backing up. But here's what it is. As you see, his second form, when he did his little kaboosh, grants him more poison. So now I have to be careful not to let the poison add up. I have died a couple times to the poison. I've watched other people play this fight. After I beat him, they died a lot more to the poison than I did. I just put that antidote on deck. Antidote. And that's a good key for fighting this boss. Make sure you have some antidote and put it in your quick items. Just go ahead and you'll have some antidote before you get here, because I don't think I've really had to use antidote up until this area, really. But once you get in there, just put it in your quick items and keep it there. Up. I wasn't in a good position to get the visceral attack, so I just went ahead and did a lunging attack. Not to mention my weapon's in second form, and with this particular, if you're using the threaded cane, look at that. Look at all that attack. If you're using the threaded cane in second attack, you do not get the visceral attack option. You can't charge up. At least I don't think you can. I haven't been able to so far. So because of that, instead of trying to struggle or fight, try to make it happen, like swap my weapon out real quick and then try to run in and all that kind of jazz, I figure a lot of times it's a lot easier just to get what damage I can in. It's nowhere near as much as you would get from the visceral attack, but I mean, if you get the choice between 100 or 500 damage, or 100 safe damage or 500 unsafe damage, go for the safe damage. Yeah, get your swing on, baby. That was kind of a precautionary. In fights like this where I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, I try to make sure. See, now there's poisoning going on. Heal myself first, swap over to the antidote, make sure I can get that. If you're fighting this fight and you want to try to get some space, you can put the column between you and him. But if you do, keep backing up, because the way he attacks, it looks like he's just going to hit the column and miss you. But because he moves forward so much, he'll sometimes sneak around the side of the corner and still hit you. So here's the rough part. This is Form 3, where he is just a poison beast. Like, all the poison in the world right now. I'm poisoned. I don't know if he actually ever hit me. But he basically just kind of exudes poisoning from his body. He has a bunch of attacks that spread poison to you if you're nearby. Kind of a rough fight at this point. But, like I said, keep your antidote with you. Pick and choose your attacks. Hit when you can. Back up. Get your heal on. Keep your antidote. When you see him kind of doing this, spraying, got to do the super attack, where he tries to poison everybody. But just remain persistent, man. The goal's right there. So that's another boss down. Walking through an area now that's got some really big enemies. I'll show y'all some more of that later. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like, hit that like button. If you love, hit subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know how bad I did at that boss and how I need to learn to parry. Thanks so much, guys. Peace out.